Welcome to 4-H. I know right now COVID has changed some things up, but I promise you 4-H is going to be just as fun as always. In lieu of our first club meeting, we're going to show you how to win with 4-H. We're going to tell you everything you need to know about 4-H so that you can be successful this year. So let's get started.
Now you might be asking yourself, what exactly is 4-H? Well, 4-H is part of the University of Georgia, which makes you one of the youngest students in attendance of UGA. Go Bulldogs! 4-H is open to youth from the 4th grade to the 12th grade, and it hosts a variety of events and activities all year long. No matter what your interests are, there is something fun in 4-H for you. But to get a better understanding, let's take a look at the history of the organization. 4-H has a history that reaches back over 100 years, and as you could probably guess, today it's very different from what it was when it began. In fact, the original club that led to the 4-H that we all know and love wasn't even called 4-H. It was called the Georgia Boys Corn Club. The Georgia Boys Corn Club was founded in Newton County in 1904 by a man named G.C. Adams. Now, a corn club may sound a little silly today, but remember that in 1904, you couldn't just run to the store for groceries. Many families had to grow their own food, and G.C. Adams realized how important fresh food was and wanted to help families in his community access it. So to achieve this goal, he started the Georgia Boys Corn Club to teach youth how to grow their own crops using the newest information, and then encouraged them to share that information with their families and communities. G.C. Adams also used this goal to create a fun challenge where the boys got to compete to see who could grow the most corn throughout the year. It was a lot of fun, and the club grew to be extremely popular. Then, in 1908, girls decided that they weren't going to be left out, and a group of girls in Hancock County began the Girls Tomato Canning Club, where they grew tomatoes in their family gardens and canned them for competition. Pretty soon, other counties decided that they wanted in on the fun, and corn clubs and canning clubs began cropping up all around Georgia. In 1914, something huge happened. These two wildly popular clubs combined to form what we now know as 4-H. Even though 4-H has a rich agricultural history, it has grown to be so much more. Today, 4-H education takes place in elementary, middle, and high schools all around the state, and hosts a variety of activities to help youth develop skills through hands-on learning. 4-H has many learning opportunities and projects with agricultural and science topics, as well as opportunities in other areas like the environment, citizenship, leadership, family and consumer science, technology, and communication. No matter your interests, there's a place in 4-H for you.
You now know the history of 4-H, but let's see what it's like today.
Hello, I am Arham Shah, recent 4-H State Board President, and I was elected by members to serve each and every one of you. So let me tell you a little bit about Georgia 4-H. Georgia 4-H is based through the University of Georgia and the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, or as we like to call it, Ag Dogs. Now my buddy Deon Tavius can tell you a little bit more about Georgia 4-H.
Like you, we started in elementary school with a 4-H leader who partnered with our school to help us finish our schoolwork. This year in 4-H, you will learn more about science, developing your speaking skills, and even learn how to be a leader. Also, connecting with your county leader will help you with your school and introduce you to all the opportunities available in your county. That's right, in 4-H, we're organized by counties. So, you may compete as a class, but you're actually a part of a larger 4-H county program. My friend Madison will tell you more about that. Madison?
Thanks, Dontavius. Your county office is really your starting point for 4-H, and your 4-H leaders will share with you activities offered to students your age. Two big things available for both middle school and elementary school students is 4-H Project Achievement and Summer Camp. I think my favorite thing about 4-H is the friendships, and I've made friends from all across the state. And I'm going to ask one of them to share with you a bit about 4-H Project Achievement. Kimberly?
Thanks, Madison. And 4-H, there's so much to learn and explore. I want to tell you about the 4-H Project Achievement Program. You choose a topic of interest and explore it. You even get to write a speech to share your topic with others. We have over 60 categories to choose from: archaeology, ag awareness, wildlife, dog care, music, history, you name it.
I got hooked on 4-H when I was your age, going to summer camp. You spend a whole week learning about nature, canoeing, swimming, and making new friends at one of our 5 4-H centers across the state. And speaking of state, 4-H teaches us to respect ourselves, our county, our state, and even our nation. We call this citizenship. And who better to tell you about citizenship than my buddy Ty?
In 4-H, we have a pledge that goes like this. I pledge my head to clear thinking,
My heart to greater loyalty,
my hands to larger service,
and my health to better living.
for my club, my community, my country, and my world. We say this pledge at every 4-H event, but 4-H is not just about saying the pledge. It's about living the pledge. We live our pledge to larger service and actually serving our communities with food banks, road cleanup, and visiting our elderly neighbors. This is called citizenship, and in our opinion, it goes hand in hand with learning to be a good leader. Right, Douglas?
That's right, Ty. 4-H has been focused on learning, leading, and serving for over 100 years. After all, our motto is to make the best better. Tell them more, Sarah.
Sure, Douglas. 4-H is a great place to work with others and to improve your community. Meeting people from my community and growing my network of friends has been so fun. Hope, why don't you recap on why we all think 4-H is great?
Happy to, Sarah. 4-H offers you a path to friendships, fun, and can prepare you for a bright future. 4-H is welcoming to everyone and is a place you can discover your talents and try new things. So what are you waiting for? Join us in Georgia 4-H.
Welcome to 4-H.
Welcome to Georgia 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 4-H.
So we've learned the history of 4-H, and you now know what 4-H has to offer today. But let's see who's going to be running 4-H this year. First, we have me, Miss Jackie Nunn. I'm the 4-H leader here in Putnam County. We also have Miss Frances Hildenbrand. She's the 4-H AmeriCorps member. Together, we run the 4-H program. But there are other people that work in our office. We have Mr. Keith Fielder. He's our agricultural and natural resources agent. Yeah, that's a long title, so we call him our ag agent. He works with farmers to help determine diseases and help them grow their plants. And we also have Miss Lori Lee. She is our administrative assistant. She pretty much keeps our office on its toes. More than likely, if you sign up for a program, you'll get a chance to talk with Miss Lee and a chance to see her when you come to events. This is our office.
Let's go over some of the 4-H basics that you need to know as a 4-H'er. The 4-H's are head, heart, hands, and health. And the colors are green and white, which you can see in our emblem, which is a green 4-leaf clover with 4 white H's on the leaves. The 4-H motto is to make the best better, which we are always striving to do. And the 4-H slogan is learn by doing, which we do constantly through hands-on activities.
So our pledge is another basic of 4-H. It's really important. We not only say the pledge, but it is how we live our lives. We use our heads for clearer thinking because we believe in gaining more knowledge and constantly growing and learning. Our hearts to greater loyalty because we believe in treating each other with respect and kindness. Our hands to larger service means that we believe in giving back to our communities because together we can grow. And our health to better living, we are constantly striving to be the healthiest version of ourselves. And we do this not only for ourselves, but for our clubs, our communities, our country, and our world. So let's practice the 4-H pledge.
I
Pledge my head to clearer thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living. For my club, my community, my country, and my world.
Each classroom is a club, and your club will have to work together all year long to earn as many points as you can. because at the end of the year, the club with the most points in each grade level will earn the title of Club of the Year. The more you participate in 4-H, the more points you'll earn for your club. So let's take a look at a few easy ways that you can earn points.
This year, each classroom will have a set of officers. These officers are important because they keep the class encouraged and motivated to participate in 4-H. They are vital to winning the Club of the Year contest. So let's get to know what they do. First, let's start with the president. The president is responsible for leading us through our monthly agenda, but most importantly, they're responsible for keeping the class encouraged and motivated all year long. Our vice president helps lead us through our pledge every single month, and they encourage classmates to do monthly classroom demonstrations for points. Our secretary keeps a record of the minutes and what we talked about. Then at the next meeting, they present that so they can remind us what was discussed at the previous meeting. Finally, our reporter maintains a record of classroom participation. This is how we know who to give points to. They also are in charge of our community service projects, and they encourage members to bring in items to be turned in for points. So let's talk about how to be an officer. So this year, running for an officer position is a little different than previous years. Because classes are going to be fluid and some kids might transition from face-to-face to digital learning, our classrooms might change participants. So for this year, our teachers will elect our classroom officers. These officers might also change throughout the year, but we're still going to have a great time having some officers. So to be an officer, you must maintain good grades and have great behavior throughout the year. You need to participate in county project achievement competition in December club meetings. And you also need to make sure that you provide leadership during monthly club meetings. You need to model good behavior and enthusiasm for the other 4-H'ers. So, how do you become an officer? Talk to your teacher, volunteer, let them know you're interested in that position.
We mentioned that officers are required to participate in county project achievement. But what is county project achievement? Well, it's a competition where you can create a short demonstration or speech to share with your classroom. Think about it like a science fair, but you can pick any topic of your choice. Step 1 is picking a topic that you find interesting. Step 2 is researching information about that topic. You want to learn as much about it as possible. Step 3 is writing a 1 to 2 page speech about your topic that includes all of your research. This might sound a little complicated, but don't worry because we'll be there to help you get started. Step 4 is making a visual aid, like a poster or a trifold board, to go with your demonstration. This helps your audience follow along with your speech. Step 5 is sharing your project with your class. In December, we will all present our county project achievement projects, and we'll get to enjoy listening to other classmates share their projects too. It will be so fun to learn about all of your classmates' interests.
Another way that you can earn points for your club is by participating in our community service projects. Each month, every club will have the opportunity to participate in a new project. Those projects are always listed in our newsletter, so you can know what to prepare for. For October, you'll be turning in notes of encouragement. These notes will be given around the community to help people stay encouraged during these difficult times. So how do you create your note of encouragement? You take an index card, and on the blank side of the index card, you draw an encouraging message. Make it colorful, be creative. But don't put your personal information on it because remember, we're giving these out to the community. You can make as many notes as you want for 10 points each. Just make sure you attach a sticky note with your name and your class to your notes so that we know who to give points to. Check out the newsletter for upcoming community service items. So as you can tell, 4-H has a lot to offer in the classroom. But guess what? 4-H has even more to offer outside of the classroom. One of my favorite things about being a 4-H'er myself was that I was able to discover myself in 4-H. That meant that I could find the things that I was interested in and learn more about it. I was able to make friends and develop skills to be a successful adult. Let's look at Christopher's story and how he found himself through 4-H.
I was born with autism, and I couldn't speak until I was 4 years old. And when I was finally able to talk, I took about 11 to 12 years of speech therapy to talk the way I do now. And I thought I would never be able to do a speech competition. And when I realized that I could, it just became such a big fear for me that I thought I would be terrible if I tried and I wouldn't succeed. But thanks to 4-H popular event, DPA, it helped me not only to face my fear doing a speech competition, I won second place in my category, photography. Even though I didn't win first place, I felt God told to me inside my heart that you won your battle against your autism. No matter how many more fights you go through in your life, it doesn't matter because you won. And that's why 4-H has been special to me, because it helped me to finally break the chains I've been battling throughout these 18 years. In 10 years, Christopher will be a movie director in the film industry, making a lot of fabulous films.
One of the ways that you can discover yourself and reach your full potential through 4-H is with our base activities. These are 4-H's main activities that happen every year. Number 1 is club meetings, which you will grow to be very familiar with because we come into the classroom every month to host club meetings. Number 2 is summer camp, which is a week-long adventure where kids come from all over the state to participate in fun outdoor activities such as hiking, swimming, ziplining, canoeing, and more. Number 3 is project achievement, which we already discussed, but remember that it is a chance for you to do some research on a topic that really interests you and then share that research with your peers. Number 4 is state council, which is an opportunity for high schoolers to participate in leadership and civic engagement activities, all while having fun with their friends and playing some really fun games.
4-H also offers competitions called judging teams. These are opportunities where you can get together with a group of 4-Hers and form a team to compete at a competition. We have different judging teams throughout the year. Cotton Bowl and consumer judging. This is where you focus on your shopping skills. And the coolest thing is that has already started. So if you'd like to be a part of the Cotton Bowl and consumer judging team, give us a call and sign up. It's really fun. We also have poultry judging, where you can learn about poultry and egg science, and wildlife judging, where you can learn about nature and the wildlife that's in it. These are great opportunities to not only learn about a topic that you're interested in, but to form some really cool friends and win while doing it. So after learning about our base programs, our judging teams, I bet you're thinking, that's a whole lot of stuff. But guess what? There's more. Throughout the year, we have a variety of contests that you can participate in where you'll earn prizes if you win, but you'll always earn points for your club by participating. We have competitions that you can participate in. We go on trips. We have after-school clubs that meet monthly, and we even have an archery team. There's a ton of stuff to do in 4-H, and every month there's something new. Most importantly, you'll get a monthly newsletter called The Dog Bone. This will tell you all the things that you can participate in the upcoming months in 4-H. Make sure that you look at that newsletter every single month. Circle the things that you're interested in and show it to your parents or guardians. Tell them the stuff that you want to participate in and let them sign you up for it. Don't miss out on all the really cool things that you can do in 4-H. Now, let's see how it all adds together with the 4-H solution.